Mic check, mic check. Yo, yo.
What up?
What is going on, my brother? From another mother.
It is a good Friday to look at the charts.
Very good Friday to look at the charts, in my opinion. Go ahead and show yourself. You know what I'm saying?
What up, yo?
What's going on, everybody?
We are about to get into it. Almost episode 50. That's interesting.
Almost episode 50, and I just want to drop a reminder that, guys, we appreciate y'all for getting us to 300. You know, we're even past 300 now, so we appreciate y'all for really tapping in. And you know, so first and foremost, drop a like. Go ahead and drop that like before we go ahead and get started. You know, I always love saying that in the beginning because even when I watch YouTube videos, man, I don't know how many times I've watched a YouTube video that I even enjoyed, but I forgot to like. So, or even subscribe to the channel because I thought that the person's content was good, you know. So, I know that can happen very easily. So, I just love to remind people, yo, drop that like, drop that subscribe for us, and let's go ahead and get to it. First of all, man, that Bitcoin trade yesterday.
That Bitcoin trade yesterday was fire, y'all. We had it marked off almost to the extreme pip. Let's see. I guess it didn't hit on this broker.
That's
broker
weird. I don't know what Go on your other one.
I was on my.
Because that thing hit on the other chart for sure.
That hit on another chart for show. Let's see if it was this one, maybe. This is the one that it hit on. So, yeah, I mean, it technically did miss on that other broker. So, depending on the broker,
yeah,
either you caught the sniper or you didn't. But this was exactly where we called it. And so far, it has been producing good. It was just a scalp, though. We don't call a lot of trades on Chart Talk.
But when we do,
you better watch out for them.
Tap in.
I will say, now that Bitcoin has made this move up and hit this 50 EMA, after a big move, there's usually a smooth reaction off that 50 EMA. Not gonna lie. I'm not a, EMA trader per se. But I have obviously realized in the past what it does. Here's another example. When it made a big move to the downside, this is even bigger. But when it makes a big move to the downside, when it taps that 50 EMA, it usually holds. So this is getting there pretty quickly. We'll see what we got here. If we do make this move to the downside, what I'll be watching for is if the momentum and the volume are, if the volume market comes down and we see this momentum come like this and the volume is drying up, that's going to give us an idea that, hey, maybe in this area of interest down here where we are actually looking for the market to come up, this area where the market made this humongous move, let's just go real quick on, and then we're going to look at the weekly analysis. You see, or weekly review, you see these volume bars here. This is basically kind of the area where I believe that the market wants to come back into. And you can see it's marked off with this price at like 18,200. So right here, that's where the start of the demand really crept in. And so if we can come back into this candle, that would be kind of ideal for that last area of demand. And then if that doesn't hold, guys, we know kind of where we think the market is coming towards that 12K area ish, maybe even 10K. So all right, so what we like to do on every Friday, to go over the week, we like to see what the market did. We just like to review everything what the market did. So we're on the dollar. We like to start on the dollar. Okay. And when I'm on the 1 hour, these boxes are the full weekly profile. So you can see this week there was a lot of movement. It cleared the low at the very end of the week, and it cleared the high to start the week. So It doesn't happen a lot of the times, right? So here's what happened to start the week off. The dollar crept in to kind of this almost swept this low out, but it didn't. And then had a major rally to the upside. I believe this was off of some type of news. And then right as it cleans these highs out, it comes back and it actually gaps down Thursday. And then today, NFP, we get this move to the downside. So a very much whipsaw type of week for the dollar. The most interesting part to me is that we have the point of control is to the upside still. Even though there was a ton of volume that came in with NFP, you would think that point of control might have wanted to shift to here, but it didn't. It stayed up here. So like we say, when that point of control, when the market is this far away from that point of control, you know, I do, it's tough. I do want to look at this opportunity next week, you know, to the downside, but with this point of control sitting this high still, it does tell me that the market is more or less imbalanced for the week, and we will most likely see it kind of get back up there. And if it does, it could easily continue to run up. Let's see what this weekly candle looks like.
I'm not so sure, but I feel like that. I'm not so sure if it's on this chart, but I feel like that there was a point of control that price slammed past through, and it was kind of like on the same level as what you were talking about to the like that the bearish move that you're looking at. It was the same to the that volume for sure, but it was same like to the downside of this bearish move that we were talking about, or the bullish move that we were talking about earlier today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not really. I think it was on the 15 minute that it might have been on there. I'm not entirely. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, it is. I think actually it was one of those that we said it's kind of a
Probably
sliding. Yeah, it was that one for sure. That it was sliding, and then it went straight through it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. That's exactly what I wanted to review, because I wasn't so sure if that was it or not.
Let's see. I believe there is some volume sitting close. Yeah. So the market got very close to an important area of volume. This was a monthly, open monthly point of control from February. Got very close to it. I do want to see the market get there, and ultimately, I really think the market has a chance to come down and take these lows out as well. They just look very, I don't know. Looks like there's a lot of liquidity to be taken right there. And just how the market did this sweep out, and then it went and it never came back into this area. I still do believe there is a possibility that it can get back into here, which would line up almost with this extension move. So I'm here for that. I just got to see how the market.
We'll see how it gets there. Yeah,
gets there. There's this gap way up here, which is
never a good thing.
Not good. You know, the market most likely is going to get there. So that's why this price is important, because if we, you know, this is kind of what I want to see happen, but that, I'll tell you, the market rarely does exactly what you want it to do.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If I see this retracement back up and this market closes this gap up, I feel like the most that the market will do is 1-to-1 before going bullish, quite honestly. But it's something I'll still play. Like, what you mean? Because I could be saying that and then it goes and do the extendo. So it's kind of like you gotta just play the market. I think there's also a point of control to the left. Keep going. That did it. Oh, never mind. I think it was on a different chart. Never mind. Oh no, never mind. There it is. It's like right underneath that open month POC. that is kind of one of those that is a slide through as well. But I just wanted to like point that out, that it was that's something as well. And then yeah, there you go. There's some more as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking at this price.
Yeah.
And then this price. Open week. Because anything in between it is playable, but
that weekly, man, like you said, that weekly candle, it closed with a large wick to the upside. Or a larger wick than regular to the upside, I should say.
Right. And then this would be an open day as well, technically up here. So, but I don't want to mark that off. We got that right there. So yeah, these are going to be the levels that we're looking at. I mean, I could see the dollar even just coming up into here and then making this move down.
Facts.
Just because of how swift of a move it is. Might be something to look at. But ultimately, I would want it to come a little bit higher. Try to find some type of confirmation when it gets here for this supply, because ultimately that's what it is. It's just heavy supply, and see if we can take it down here. So that's what we're looking for, or not looking for the dollar, but I mean, it's just what it's presenting itself with a little bit there. Let's look at everything else when it comes to the currencies should be almost interesting. Should be pretty much the opposite, right? I would be looking for the euro to come back down into here.
Yep.
Into this level. And make another move to the upside. But, there's these equal highs that are most likely going to get hit. So if we start to see this momentum here start to diverge a little bit, if price doesn't retrace, and it starts to give us this type of signature, well, then we have another, idea coming in way up here.
Yeah.
So
we'll talk more into
this
detail.
is definitely that type of. We'll do that on the weekly, I guess.
Yeah,
but
we'll talk more
I
deeply
do want
about
to
on the
set
weekly.
this up. This week, what it did is a little bit of the opposite of the dollar. Fake move down, big move up.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to look at besides
The big
just
ass gap.
money. And then same thing with the pound,
Everything made a gap. That's
Monday
funny.
it did a fake move, or Tuesday did the fake move, and then it just reversed. Okay, interesting. The Aussie is kind of waiting. This might present itself an opportunity next week if everything else is going to move up. This is kind of it's kind of the weakest link, which means it's most likely going to move to the upside. It's just kind of slower.
It's interesting.
So there's a possibility there next week, I would say. Let's see what this weekly candle looks like. A lot of volume though. Okay, so I would hold off. Wait to.
Oh man.
'Cause that's
a
the
big
most
amount. That's the
volume
most
we've
volume
seen.
in weeks.
Woo!
In weeks.
Woo! Okay, so we should expect movement next week. Just something. The
Now
market,
there's gonna be some
I mean-
type of news next week. I don't know if it's gonna be interest rate or what, but there's gonna be some type of fundamentals that's gonna really give the
that's
market an
interesting how this
excuse.
thing tanked, and this is.
Everything else held up, right? It's very interesting.
Yeah, let's see what the yen. Very good. Okay, so the yen is showing some strong demand. We should see the yen pairs start to drop. Now, what we want to look for with that is something to pair it against. So maybe UJ next week might be a really good short opportunity. If maybe not just like right away next week, we might see a retracement and then a short opportunity. But let's go into the hourly real quick on this. I want to see what this looks like. Oh yeah, clear break of structure, good momentum, good volume. Yeah, so kind of been waiting for the yen to do a little bit of something like this, so that's good. Let's see, the Swiss did it even more. That's a humongous move for 1 week on the Swiss.
That's why Cole was tripping about it. He's like, yo, what is going on?
Right? I mean, huge volume stepped in. I do see like a weekly divergence, honestly, starting to creep in, but the price for
that doesn't happen every day, but golly.
Oh, never. It rarely happens, but that's still very far away, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. Man, but this is a big move up.
That's a huge gap. That's like that one gap that I saw on Lyft, man. Basically.
Yeah, that is a huge gap, dude. This honestly is like a distribution type of look here, but so I'm interested to see if this is going to be like an up thrust, and then because this is straight Wyckoff, like
that is looking distributed
to the tippy top. So I really think that's what we're gonna get. Let me see what that would look like.
That gap,
most
man.
likely.
These gaps that these markets did, more than likely they're gonna get closed.
So we got this here, and then it would be that same divergence though. So I would look for something like that though. Definitely. But yeah, man, these markets actually moved a lot. I don't expect them to just reverse yet, but this is interesting.
If they really reverse like completely, like super fast next week,
then this market's freaking tough.
Which we've seen it do. We've seen it do it before. I mean, it's possible.
I mean, it has. It really has. But
it's just
I'm feeling like this type of vibe. We get this type of move. Maybe next week we will go kind of more sideways, and then the week after will be like the move, because I'm really getting like exactly what we're seeing right here. Kind of a big move up. We go maybe one more move higher, but then like the divergence will kick in, and then we get a kind of a complex correction.
Yeah.
Then we get another move. So like this exactly is kind of like what I'm trying to see right here.
I feel that.
Let's look at what these boys did. Oh wow, so we definitely
they are definitely not doing what they're not like correlating with the dollar at all. Like,
okay, S&P put in a fat bearish engulfing candle. Wow.
I'm putting in work to the downside.
Okay, not as much on the NASDAQ, but
the wick
definitely still the wick and bearish.
Yeah, the wick is sussy. Ooh. But the Dowie said owie.
Said, let's go back to the lows, basically. So with that structure just breaking like this, pretty like as clean as it gets when it comes to textbook breaks, I would definitely expect this high to hold, and then the market to most likely come back into, you know, this type of level. Maybe not in next week, but that's what that vibe is giving me. Let's look at what happened
like
on
that weekly candle. If that could have happened last week, that would have been solid for myself.
Right. So let's see. Move up here. Not a whole lot going on. A little bit of divergence actually, and then we get a heavy drop with volume increasing and the momentum increasing big time. So then after that, kind of sideways. There was a possibility that it was going to continue up here, but it really just faked out some people and tanked again. So there was a random gap when Friday opened, and it just kind of went sideways from there. So now there is starting to have some divergence, I would say, especially this last little wave. So that's good. We do want it to kind of retrace and then eventually give another move to the downside. You don't necessarily want it to retrace past this level, but I do think that'll be like a daily wick type thing, and then
it's
to the downside. So
either or can work out. I agree. I can agree to that for sure.
Even though there is, some yearly point of controls up here, I'm gonna assume that this is going to start to shift to the downside eventually. It can at least.
Okay, now go back real quick, and I have a question, because this is something that I just want to zoom in real quick. No, zoom in, not out. Sorry, my bad.
Oh.
So, you know how you see on this year that we had that bullish move and then price dropped and then it came back in and consolidated? Would you say that up there would be balanced, and that price coming down here has now made the market imbalanced?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
And so what it's really genuinely either going to do is it's going to say, I'm okay, and I'll come back in here, or it's going to go find the next area of volume, which is clearly down here.
Yep.
Where there was agreeance for a little bit, because they didn't agree. They agreed at this price. Not so much here, but they agreed here. They agreed here. They agreed here. And obviously they agreed up here. So those are just those easy prices. And then if we throw this guy on here, which I guess I took him off. Wait, no.
You might have taken it off.
I guess I did. Whatever. Let's go just to a lower time frame and be able to see it.
Right.
Okay, here it is. Perfect. Okay, we got open volume down here. That's exactly where I drew my line.
That's funny.
So that's the first area that the market is probably going to slide to if
it doesn't go back
slides,
to the outside.
If it slides, and then the other one is right here. It's just boom. So we're on the 4 hours, so these are monthly areas. So very strong areas, definitely. But in between there, you see how there's just nothing? There's one of these open ones, but I'm starting to see those kind of get slid through. I don't know why, but they're not as strong as the ones that haven't been hit yet.
Right.
But yeah, let's go even to the 1 hour, which are weekly profiles, and there's not even anything until right above that. So maybe it'll stop right there and not hit this, but I doubt that. There's just really nothing holding this down. So next week, I'm gonna really hope this gives us an opportunity for a dumb correction, and then boom. People will maybe think it's gonna come back into this range, but I would look for it to hold and make another move down fast. Because once it breaks this low, it is, after a correction as well, it will slide. It will do the digital. So that might take a week or so, I would say. The profile on the weekly is kind of weird though, since we do have this openness up here. That's why I think the market still has a chance to clear that, but really this is still available as well. So open day point of control. Yeah. So I do think the market will probably make somewhat of a correction, give a fake rally, fake little hope move, and then ultimately just barely break this high, give us somewhat of a opportunity here, maybe something like this, and then a little higher, let's say, and something like that. So that's what I'll be looking for on the Dow, kind of. But the profile for the week: Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, slid, slid. So we're getting imbalanced, as you said, kind of. If we do one more slide, it very well could dip all the way down there, but then it's stupid imbalance. So odds are it would be one of those three-wave divergent moves that I talk about a lot. Kind of fake a lot of people out again. The market just likes to fake people out. So when there's an opportunity to fake people out, it's going to do it.
Right.
Gold kind of did exactly just a little what we were looking at last week. Let's go back to gold because I guess it just changes charts when you go back too much. Gold's interesting right now because it's kind of just put in a little W with a lot of volume on the daily. So, and it came into an area on the lower time frames that I really wanted to trade off of, but it just got there a little too quick with a little too much volume. I was almost expecting this low to break with this volume type move, but it definitely didn't. It gave the bullish divergence at these equal lows. It's not as easy to see in live time, so that's kind of a hindsight move. But ultimately, yeah, I do think if we get like a pullback situation on gold, we should look for a clean move up. Hopefully it just doesn't move dumb like gold can do.
Right.
Because if it comes back into this area, kind of right in here, I'm really interested in the shorts. Really this fake move on this 4-hour candle. And then, that's the area that I'm really interested in on gold. And you can see that's the point of control perfectly on that week. So boom, that's the area I ultimately want gold to get into from that bullish move.
Yeah.
Now it's coming into another point of control. So if it just continues to slide up, we should see it start to retrace because now we're stupid imbalanced, dumb imbalanced. So man, that is a sign that we'll probably get a correction next week on gold, but it's hard to play correction when it's that bullish. This is, so we had Friday, which is a huge day. NFP in gold, huge day. It was a fake move down first and then ultimately made a big move up. And this is on the wrong time. So let me just fix that real quick. Fake move down first on gold and then a humongous move once it broke these highs. Just smashing. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, we had this move down. Came back and hit this.
Everything just really left went to the downside, ain't it?
Man. And then
it just took off.
Is it kind of a weird play on gold this week? I would say if the only play that was possible, in my opinion, for like our system was probably right here, and it would have been a really tough, scary, not scary, but just like that type of entry. We don't really like to enter when the market's like screaming, and freaking 7 times out of 10 it's a loss when it's actually that type of entry. So there was just not really the best play. I would say maybe if we would have waited
lower time frame,
for the lower time frame once this got hit. So we did get this move and then we got a little impulse. So sometimes we'll go down to the lower time frame and fib this impulse. Did it hit the 78.6? It did actually.
And
it
did a digital.
It did the digital dash from the lower time frames. So that could have been something to play for gold this week. But now we'll be looking for it to come back down.
It seems as if we would have gone and hit that break even at that, because it would have hit my intuition break even and would have came and hit stop loss at break even. So
yeah.
Before doing
next week we'll be looking for it to come back down into really this level, pretty much.
Yep.
All right, and then Bitcoin, we're really going to look at that tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
gonna be it. That's it, isn't it?
yeah, we're gonna look at Biddy tomorrow. I mean, is the you want? Do you want to see if there's any type of opportunities that may happen tonight?
Yeah, there might be.
There
Honestly.
might be.
So I do think the
There it
market
is. There's the
should
one.
be going.
I had to do
Should
it.
be continuing to go down. Honestly, it shouldn't just stop right here. I will say that the volume. I want to see what the CME volume looks like because the volume right there is interestingly high for that type of candle. So let me see. Huh. That's a lot of volume with not a lot of movement. Coming right back in to close this gap you did not. Very
Interesting development that we have here, huh?
Very interesting. I can't help to see like all the price action down here, and
But
I would
still,
be damned
yeah.
if it doesn't like come back into that price. I will at least the 61.8, but I know
Lower time frames. We got lower time frames that we can get price to retrace into to drop down some more. So
I know Ethereum has hit 61.8 versus
Yeah.
Bitcoin has not, but if I draw the fib from here, it has versus here. So maybe I should adjust this to here, and it hasn't as well. So I don't know, it's a little subjectiveness going on there. Let's see, what's this weekly candle gonna look like? Yeah, I cannot be.
Yeah, I gotta see what tomorrow looks like. Now that I'm really looking at this stuff, I gotta be like, man, I'm gonna let Biddy and the crypto market do its thing overnight, because then we could talk about it more on Chart Talk tomorrow, and we'll see if we back test or if we're gonna analyze the crypto market or what. But
I'll tell you all this: if this doesn't make any more moves to the upside,
it's more than likely it's more. Oh yeah. Ooh.
and if we get this 1875 area, that's a buying opportunity that I ever seen.
That you done ever seen in your life?
Because we're gonna get something like this, and that'll just be a scalp back up to that 50 EMA, just like what I said the other day.
This fool.
But right now, this momentum's kind of bumping. We might come back and test this POC low key, and really this value.
That's what I'm low key trying to see. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This value, like if this holds, boy, it might come back down in here actually, and give us
then
one
do
more
that.
look up.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that play, to be honest, just because.
And you know why I'm here, so.
Yeah, you might be a fan of that. We might have to play a RB
That's
play
an
or
AB.
something.
That's an AB one. That's an
I think
AB
you would
figure.
play it. I think you would play it like this though.
Oh, I'm playing either one of those two. Oof, no. I want the. I'd rather want. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good scalp regardless.
Yeah. That's what
It depends on how it gets there. So if it gets into this area super fast, I would be
Yeah, if it gets there super fast.
more, because this is the type of momentum right here that can bring the pain, the next impulse. I'm talking
it can
quick
literally do
downside.
that real quick, so
but
half
if it
that,
gets there-
if it gets there fast.
It gets there kind of slowly. It kind of does one of these and kind of gets almost there fast, but then it does no, and then it does that. That's a little different, you know. That'll make me think, okay, because we do have this point of control here. The value from yesterday, the bottom of the
sitting right
value
there.
is sitting
Yep.
right at the 78.6, so that's good. But we do know that the value should continue to drop a little bit, honestly, at least. So right now the value is sitting a little higher though. So what that's telling me is that if we do get this move down, we should test today's value again to see, number one, is this worth this today
Right?
or not?
Exactly.
Right? Because like that's kind of how I'm seeing this playing out so far. So That's
see what's
and you
good.
know that's a good scalp in my opinion. So we'll see how it gets there. I'm gonna put an alert here at the point of control. That's not how you do that. Okay. There you go. Had to
Another
do
one.
it right before I got up. Okay. And that's pretty close to that. And Ethereum is honestly maybe a little bit of a cleaner look, even when I look at it. It just has a nicer impulse
It's
up.
a nicer bullish move. The point
Yeah,
of control is the
so
only one that's slightly higher, but still, playing both of them is definitely something that I would consider.
yeah, I really like Ethereum for some reason. I can't wait till this bullish freaking market comes.
But you know
So
what?
I can really be able to tell y'all like, okay, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin like crazy. So I don't know why I did that on both charts. 8.8%. And then we have so it's already like these little bullish pushes.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Ethereum does look better for the bears than Bitcoin does when you're looking at it from the opposite side. Off of that like 15-minute, 1 hour bearish move from like if I'm looking at it from the opposite.
Yeah, but the bullish move up, I would need to see more retracement, or I would need to see like I wouldn't want to. That's not, I need to see more confirmation is what I'm trying to say, not just a
I feel
fib.
you. I feel you. I'm just saying that if it gets up to that bearish play, if it goes up any more higher and then drops, it'd be interesting to see what the market looks like.
Yeah, I'm definitely here for the bears once I get some bearish divergence. But right now, it's actually converging up. So
oh no, the bulls look better. Yeah.
If we get that play, that's valid. And then if maybe we miss the entry or something, and then we get this move up like this, so that would bring the momentum down. Miss the entry, we'd be like, damn. And then we get a bullish move. I would be looking for this and into an opportunity, maybe not like a super fib opportunity, but just
we'll see.
divergent.
Yeah, we'll see what that looks like for sure.
So
All
right, we will see y'all tomorrow on Chart Talk.
Chart Talk, Crypto Talk.
Yep.
All right,
Peace.
y'all.